Begin in a Shavasana. Lie on your back, let Mother Earth receive you. As you soften the gaze in your eyes, crisscross your hands over your heart center. Let yourself connect to your breath. Feel your heartbeat. And begin to relax the mind. Invite peace. Invite quiet. Solitude and rest. Hear the mind's chatter of your thoughts. Know that it is always there. See if you could quiet the mind chatter, at least for the length of your practice. Recognizing thoughts, hearing thoughts, and then just somehow manage to let them disappear. Coming back to the breath, noticing the breath, observing, feeling, being one with the stillness, the present moment. A seamless inhale and exhale. Let your thoughts shift to the heart center where the Anahata chakra lies. Just begin to observe how you feel at this very moment. Are you able to receive love, to share love, to acknowledge the feeling of love? Just observe. And then let your mind, your thoughts move to the physical body. Notice if there's any blockages, any tightness, anywhere where you'd like to send the breath, prana, for your practice today. If intention is part of your practice, choose your sankalpa now. Let it be something truthful, something that you can acknowledge as you practice, holding it close to your heart. Move one hand to the belly and leave the opposite hand on your heart center. And begin to cleanse the body with breath. Inhale, lifting the belly, letting it rise in all four corners. Feeling breath move through the body, opening the ribs, the back body, the side body. Receive breath, prana, and then begin your exhale. Begin your cleanse. Feeling the navel draw towards the spine. Inhale again, lifting, inflating the belly. Noticing, observing all the emotions, all the physical ways your body feels. And then beginning your exhale, your release. Letting go, breath by breath. Another deep inhalation, lifting, rising, feeling the prana move through your body, sipping it all in at the collarbones. And then beginning your exhale, slowly within the moment. feeling that navel tuck towards the spine. Let the breath come back to a normal, seamless, even rhythm now. Release your hands alongside your body, palms up to receive. Still noticing, observing, allowing your body to feel all the sensations, preparing for practice in the present moment. Sitting in stillness, acknowledging your thoughts. And as you're ready to begin practice, open your eyes. Let your palms flip as the soles of your feet move to the earth. Hug your knees in, squeeze your knees deeply in towards your chest. Rock from right to left. And then let the left leg move along. Cross it over your right leg. Turn your gaze in the opposite direction and just begin to twist the body. A very gentle awakening. Another breath. Bend the knees in. Come back to center and do the same on the opposite side. Let your knees drop to the left. Extend your leg long. I don't have the room for this video, but if you do, keep your leg long. Extend your gaze in the opposite direction. Find the breath. Return to the center of your mat. Hug your knees in again. Squeeze them in tightly to your belly and rock from right to left. Extend your left leg long on the mat. Interlace your fingers underneath your right knee and begin to lift and lower the leg. Warming the muscles in your leg, the large muscles, the thighs, the hamstrings, the calves. And then begin to flex and point the foot. Ankle circle in one direction and ankle circle in the opposite. Warming all the small joints in your ankle and your foot. Let the knee bend and come in towards the belly. Invite the left knee in as you release the right leg long on the mat. Interlace your fingers underneath the left knee and begin to lift and lower. Keeping the knee straight. Warming the muscles on the left leg. Come to stillness. Flex and point the foot. And then begin your ankle circle in one direction. And begin a circle in the opposite direction. Hug the knees into your chest one more time. Squeeze them in deeply, massaging all your organs. Separate your knees just a little bit and make some circles towards the right. And then reverse your circle towards the left. Cross at the ankles. If it's part of your practice, spinal rock up a few times. If not, you can just roll to your right side in a fetal position. And when you arrive, find an easy pose, a Sukhasana. You may choose to elevate your hips with a blanket. Crisscross your legs in a comfortable position. Find peace, find stillness. Float your arms up towards the back of your head. Interlace your fingers. Find the base of your head. Squeeze your elbows together as you tuck your chin towards your chest. Very slowly begin to warm the neck muscles. Inhale, open your elbows. Gaze lifts towards the sky. And then close your elbows. Let your neck drop towards your chin. And one more time, open the elbows, lifting your gaze. Returning to a neutral position. Lowering your hands to your thighs and just beginning to walk your hands forward, stretching the back body. letting the torso move forward. Walk your hands over towards the right thigh. Let your body weight blend and move over your right thigh. Inhale and exhale. Walk towards the front of your mat, towards your left thigh, and fold. Inhale and exhale, feeling the stretch. Return to a neutral position. Just pause for a moment. Remove any blankets that you might have been sitting on. Put them aside and for the next part of your practice. And come into a table position. If there's any discomfort in your knees, you can fold the blanket for an extra layer of padding. If not, find your table position, wrists under shoulders, feet flat or feet tucked. And begin to move the spine. Inhale and lift into dog, lifting tailbone, lifting chin, lifting chest. And then as you exhale, tuck your chin, your tailbone. Feel the navel move back towards the spine. As you move into cat, lift into dog, feeling the spine move, undulate, the symmetry of the spine. Inhale and lift. And one more time. Exhale into cat and round. Maybe moving your navel towards your spine just a little bit more. Returning to a neutral position. Inhaling the right arm up, threading it through underneath the left arm, letting it walk out and coming down on your right shoulder. The left fingertips can walk out towards the front end of the mat. As you stretch the shoulder and breathe, your right cheek is on the mat. You can take a bind if you like, moving your left arm behind you. Always finding comfort, always finding the best position for your body. Taking a breath, inhaling and exhaling. And walking the hand back or releasing your bind, coming up to your table position again. Pausing for a moment. Inhaling your left arm, threading it through underneath your right. Coming down on your left cheek. And either walking your fingertips up towards the front of the mat or finding a bind behind you. Notice the difference from side to side. Inhaling and exhaling, gently stretching the shoulders. Release your bind or move your fingertips back. Come back into your table position. Pause for a moment. And then let your right leg release long behind you. Your left arm reaches towards the front of the mat. Belly engagement, gaze down at your drishti point, your focal point. And find a gentle balance. Inhaling and exhaling. Release left palm to the mat, right knee moves in towards the left. And then do the same on the opposite. Left leg extends, right arm reaches towards the front of the mat. Belly engaged, gaze towards the center of the mat, drishti point. Inhale and exhale. Let your right palm come down, your left knee meets the right. Walk your palms up, one hand length, tuck your toes. Press into the earth with your palms, hover your knees for a second, and then send the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Walk your dog, any tightness that occurs, this helps in your hamstrings, your calves. Come up on toes. Find the breath, still pressing into the mat. Fingertips slowly walk towards the back of the mat, towards your toes, and hang in your half lift. See how far your head can release. If there's any discomfort in your calves and your hamstrings, always remember to bend. Always remember to honor your body. And then bend, circle the sun, and come up and release the energy with a ha. And come up again, ha. Come up again, creating hara energy, ha. And one more time, ha. And then come up. Release your hands alongside your body. Give yourself a big hug. And then change position of your arms and hug yourself again. Release your arms. Separate your feet just so they come off the edges of your mat. Bend your knees and just rock and sway from side to side. Releasing any tension that you may still have left in your body before you begin to move, before you begin to flow. Walk your feet in. Find stillness. Extend your arms in front of you, palms facing towards the sky. And in a walking meditation, move your body towards the front of the mat. Release your hands by your side. Soften your gaze. And find Tadasana, the mountain pose. Crown reaches towards the sky. Shoulders shrug up and let them move back alongside your body. Slide down your back body. Arms naturally along your side. Chin slightly tucked, belly engaged. Soles of your feet pressing into the earth. Find the breath. Notice the energy of this powerful mountain pose. Your foundational pose. A pose that you could come back to any time in your practice. Find the breath. Inhale and exhale. And then slowly begin to open the eyes. Let your right arm float behind you. Find the top of your sacrum and press into your sacrum with your right arm. Extend your left arm. Follow the gaze point of your thumb across your body. Let your palm release on your right shoulder. Your feet are planted into the earth. Your belly is engaged. And inhale and lift the crown. And on your exhale, twist and gaze over your right shoulder. Samamatsyendrasana, standing spinal twist. Inhale and lift, and exhale and twist a little bit more. One more inhale, lengthen, and on your exhale, twist. Let your left arm float down as you release the twist. Gaze comes back towards the front of the mat, arms release. Just notice, feel. And then let your left arm float up, find the sacrum. Press into your sacrum as your right arm floats to the sky. Gaze point on the thumb. Let your right palm find your left shoulder. Inhale, lengthen, reach crown towards the sky. Belly engaged. And on your exhale, twist. Inhale and lift, and on your exhale, twist a little bit more. And one more time, inhale, lift. Feel the breath move through your body. And exhale and twist. Inhale and release. Arms float down by your side. If you have blocks or stacks of books, move them towards the front of your mat now on the high side. Bend your knees. Plant your left sole of your foot into the earth and let your right leg float behind you. As you move into a standing split Tulandasana. Let your gaze point move toward your navel just to protect your neck. Just keep your neck safe. Inhale and exhale. Your right knee bends slightly, floats down to the earth, and then lift your left leg. Your left leg rises. Your gaze is toward your navel. Press into the tops of the blocks and breathe. Bend your right knee, bend your left knee. Just move the blocks over to the side. Keep your knees bent, circle the sun, arms overhead, and find your chair pose. Keep your belly engaged. Send your hips back, arms alongside your ears. Knees in line with the ankle. Move your hands, prayer hands, in front of your heart center and twist towards the right. Keep your palms pressed together. It'll help with the twist. Gaze up towards your right elbow. Back toward the center, and then turn your body towards the opposite direction. Still pressing your palms together, gazing this time over your left shoulder, your left elbow. Come back to the center, arms overhead, swan dive down. Find your half lift. Hands released to the earth, right leg back, left leg back. Find plank pose. Up on your toes, energy through soles of your feet. And then very slowly lower your knees, chaturanga down to the earth. Flatten the tops of your feet. Crisscross your arms and find crocodile for a moment. Letting the breath become even, seamless. Resting the body just for a moment. Slowly turning your chin, palms on the earth. Move them back towards your shoulder blades. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Toes are pointed, legs are long, active. Press into the earth and lift into a cobra. Straighten the arms as much as possible. Engage the belly. Keep your neck long and gaze over the front of your mat. In this active back bend, Bhujangasana, the cobra pose. Lower to the earth. Press into the earth. Bend the knees and send yourself back into a child pose. Stack your fists to rest your forehead if that's what you need. Or let your arms come behind you. Head can be lowered to the mat. Or you can even stretch your arms long in front of you. Inhaling and exhaling. Finding the breath. On your in-breath, notice and feel the ribs opening. And on your exhale, the hips, the buttocks move towards the soles of your feet. Inhale and exhale. And then very slowly, walk your hands back. Come into the center of your mat. Let the soles of your feet come together. If there's any difficulty, you can move the soles of your feet out more into a diamond shape. See where you feel comfortable. You can even place a blanket or a block underneath your bent knee for support. Hold on to the soles of your feet. Lengthen the spine. Sit up tall. Inhale. And on your exhale, begin to fold forward, keeping the spine straight, using your elbows to help keep your legs released to the earth. And inhale and exhale.
And if you'd like, if there's no disc issues, back issues, you can feel your spine or allow your spine to round. Inhale and exhale. Another breath and then begin your release. Lengthen the spine if it's rounded. Gaze forward, engage the belly, and come up. Notice, feel. Observe the sensations in your body. And then gather your legs together. Move any props out of your way and come into a table position. Wrists right under shoulders, toes tucked. Walk your hands up, one palm print. Lift your knees, hover your knees, and come up to a downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Shavasana. Walk your dog if you still feel tightness. If not, come up on your toes and let the soles of your feet move back towards the mat. Release your head. Just notice how the body feels. The energy should be pulsating through your body. Inhale and exhale. And then slowly let your fingertips walk towards the soles of your feet. Adjust your feet if you need to and hang in your forward fold. Inhaling and exhaling. Bending your knees if there's any tightness. Coming up, half lift. Keeping that navel towards the spine. And then bending your knees, circling the sun. Coming up, prayer hands. Right down to your heart center. Give yourself a moment to feel the energy in your body. Give yourself a moment to connect with your breath. And then inhale your arms over your head. And as you do, step your right foot forward. Bend your knee in line with your ankle and find your warrior one. Virabhadrasana 1. Arms lifted alongside your ears. Forward knee bent. Palms come together, prayer hands. Find your balance. Inhale your arms overhead. Press your palms together and lower your palms to your heart. And one more time. Arms inhale overhead. Hands come down to your heart. Release to the earth. Send your right leg back and find your downward facing dog again. Finding a breath. Walking the fingertips back towards the feet. Forward fold. Half lift. Circling the sun, coming up. Hands move towards your heart center. Always noticing, always feeling. Always observing. Being a witness to your practice. Inhale your arms overhead, and this time step the left leg forward. Find your warrior one, your Virabhadrasana 1. Knee in line with your ankles, arms alongside your ears. Move your hands in front of your heart center. And breathe. Inhale your arms overhead. And let your hands come down. And one more time, float your arms towards the sky. Palms pressed together. And the energy comes down right in front of your heart center. Release your palms to the earth. Left leg comes back. And you're in your Adho Mukha Shavasana, your downward facing dog again. pause for a moment. Use this as a resting minute. Inhale and exhale. Move the left foot towards the center of the mat. Inhale your right leg up. Roll your chest forward and let your knee come forward. Walk it if necessary. Press into the earth. Find your balance. Extend your arms along the heart center. Warrior 2. Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale and exhale. Again, your knee is in line with your ankle. The sole of your back leg is pressed into the earth. Cartwheel your arms towards the front of the mat. Send your right leg back, downward facing dog. Your right sole moves towards the center of the mat. Your left leg extends and reaches towards the sky. Roll the chest forward. Step the left leg through. Press into the earth. Flatten the back foot. Extend the arms along the heart center. Knee in line with the ankle on your forward leg. Gaze over your middle finger. Warrior 2. Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale and exhale. Cartwheel down. Left leg goes back. Find plank pose. Belly engaged, palms pressing into the earth. Feeling energy in your biceps, your triceps. Feeling the energy through the soles of your feet. And slowly coming down to the earth, chaturanga, or bend your knees. Crisscross your arms. Turn your cheek towards the right as you move the right leg up. And rest in this restorative pose. Inhaling and exhaling. Let your right leg release long to the earth. Turn your cheek and move your left leg up. Finding repose, restoration, stillness. And let your left leg release long. Press into the earth. If you have padding, this is a good time to open up your blanket. Place it along a wall or a closet or a door. Scoot yourself over towards that door or wall. Bend your knees. This is the best way to extend your legs on a wall for legs up the wall. Let yourself come down and have the mat and the blanket to support you. Scoot yourself up, your buttocks as close as you can get to the wall. Extend your legs long. If there's any discomfort, flatten the tops of your feet on the wall and keep your knees bent. But if you're okay to keep your legs straight, that's fine. If you have someone with you in your practice or a teacher to guide you in person, she or he may come around and place the sandbag on your feet. But if you're alone, you can do it yourself. Just bend your legs. Place the sandbag, one or two, on the soles of your feet, and then replace your legs on the wall. The extra weight of the sandbag helps your hip sockets sink lower into the earth. Feel the earth receive your back body. Let your upper extremities just soften and release and let go. You'll know for next time if you need 2 layers of padding or if one is enough. Keep your chin slightly tucked. Your arms can be in a shavasana shape alongside your body. Or you can Let them touch your belly or your heart center as we began. Whatever feels comfortable in the moment. Find the breath. Let the body begin to settle. Feel the energy moving through your body. A bit more passively now. Let the mind chatter, although still there, continue to cease. Bring your awareness to the body and how your body is feeling. And stay in this legs up the wall pose for as long as you'd like. And when you're ready to release, bend your knees if you're using a sandbag and see if you can reach up and just release it to the side. Roll over and let yourself come into a fetal position, just cradling your head. Being gentle, being kind to the body. And then slowly press into the earth. Find a bolster, if you have a yoga bolster or a couch cushion or several pillows. Just place it on the mat. If you had blocks, find your blocks now or your stacks of books. It's nice to elevate your bolster for this twist, this restorative twist. Again, if there's any discomfort in the hips, you can always place an extra layer of padding on your mat. Cross at the ankles and sit sideways at the bottom of the bolster. Keep the spine tall. And then turn the torso to face the bolster as you begin to slowly walk the hands forward. Right until your cheek reaches the bolster. Then turn your head. Let your cheek graze the bolster. Hug it in, snuggle it in tightly. If there's discomfort in your knees, you can place a blanket or a towel roll between your knees or under your ankles. It's all about comfort. It's all about restoring the body. Letting go of that which no longer serves you. Finding time to be kind, to be gentle to yourself. Finding the capacity to love yourself first so that you can share love, that you can give love. And then enabling yourself to receive love. Again, you could stay in this restorative twist for as long as you'd like. We want to nurture the opposite side as well. So we'll press into the earth with the palms of our hands, and very slowly, without moving our bodies too much, we pivot to the opposite side. Keep our knees bent, our ankles crossed. Rearrange your hips so that it touches the bottom of the bolster, and then begin to turn your torso. Walk your palms forward as you come down onto the bolster and turn your cheek in the opposite direction. Hugging, snuggling the bolster, or even keeping your forearms on blocks or towels if that's more comfortable. Remembering to use a blanket between your knees if you need, or under your ankles. Letting the bolster receive you. Surrendering to stillness. Inhaling and exhaling. Another breath. And then releasing your palms to the earth. Pressing in to the mat. Coming up and preparing for your next restorative pose. Slowly coming around. If you have another bolster or another stack of books, again, it's nice to make your bolster a little bit higher for this pose. So I like to put 2 blocks and then release my bolster to the mat. Come around to the long side of the bolster, bend my knees, have blankets available if you need. Hold on to the edge of the bolster and then slowly let myself come down. My back body, repositioning myself. My knees are still bent. My arms are alongside my body. I can allow my knees to drop, soles of my feet together. And this is where you may need a bolster or another block to receive your thigh if there's any pain. You can keep your legs in this shape, or you can even extend your legs long. Whatever feels comfortable, whatever feels right. Your arms can be crisscrossed behind you if that feels comfortable. Or you can find placement of your hands on your belly. Whatever feels right. Try different positions, different shapes. And you can even take a towel roll and put it behind the crevice of your neck. If there's any discomfort in your neck area, you always want your neck area to be comfortable. You could even shape your legs in a tree position. When you find the shape that suits you, that feels right, allow yourself to settle, to drop into the mat, to drop into the earth. Receive all the gifts that the universe has to share with you now. Be open to receive. Be of generous spirit. Be filled with grace. Learn how to love yourself so that you can share your love with others. Inhale and exhale. And again, you could stay in this shape, this heart-opening, restorative position for as long as you like. When you're ready to release, gather your legs together. If they were in Baddha Konasana, and just drop off the mat and see if you could return to a fetal position just for a moment. Just being kind to the body, cradling the head for a moment. And then pressing into the earth and preparing for your Shavasana. You could stay in the restorative pose for your Shavasana, but if you'd like a more traditional resting pose for the end of your practice, come down on your mat. You can place the sandbag across your abdomen for extra support. You can cover yourself with your blanket. And you could even take your bolster and place it under the backs of your knees. Whatever feels right for you. But find the shape that suits you for today. And allow the earth to receive you as your back body drops into the earth. Your lower extremities release and let go. This is your time to just be. Nowhere to go. Nothing to do. No judgment about yourself. No anxiety about any situation. A time to leap forward. Finding the courage to pursue all the things in the unknown that may have held you back. Finding energy, finding grace. finding compassion within yourself. To first forgive yourself for any transgressions that you may have experienced. And then finding courage, finding strength. Soften the breath. Let the body drop into stillness as you release and let go. Stay in your Shavasana for as long as you'd like, up to 10 minutes. And when you're ready to release, find some gentle movement with your fingertips, with your toes. A gentle stretch, lengthening the body, pointing the toes, reaching the arms overhead, and just twisting from side to side. Placing the soles of your feet on the mat. And turning the body so that you're in your fetal position, cradling the head, calling to mind your Sankalpa now, remembering it as a present truth, thanking yourself for honoring your body, for finding the time to flow, to move, to heal, to invite peace. Pressing into the earth, head dangles and moves up last. And finding your easy pose, your comfortable seat again, your Sukhasana. Crisscrossing your ankles. Softening the gaze in your eyes, lengthening the spine. Inhaling the arms overhead. Pressing the palms together and moving the energy that you've created right to your heart center. Bowing towards the heart center, inviting gratitude, inviting peace, pausing in stillness. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.